Hello, my name is Edward, and today I want you to slow down for a moment because what I'm about to share with you may protect something far more valuable than money, your identity. Let me ask you something. Have you ever received an email that looked official, important, urgent? An email that said something like, your social security statement is ready, or there is an issue with your benefits. And when you saw it, you didn't panic. You trusted it because it looked real. Now I want you to imagine this. You're sitting quietly, maybe having your morning coffee. You check your phone, and there it is. An email with your name. It looks clean, professional, government-like. And in that moment, your brain makes a decision. This must be important. So you open it. Now pause and think carefully, because this is the exact moment where thousands of people make a mistake. Every single day, that email was never from Social Security. This is not an accident. This is not random. This is a planned attack, and it is designed to feel safe. Scammers today are no longer obvious. They don't send broken English. They don't send messy messages. They study, they prepare, they copy reality. They use official logos, exact colors, professional formatting. Sometimes they even include your name. And in some cases, they include the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. Now think about that. If you saw your name and a part of your SSN, would you question it or would you trust it? That is the trap. Because trust is what they are stealing first. Not your money, your trust. And once they have that, everything else becomes easy. Now let me show you what really happens next. You click the link. The page loads and it looks perfect. The same design, the same layout, the same structure as the real Social Security website. There are no warning signs, no errors. Everything feels normal, and that is what makes it dangerous, because you are not entering your information into a system. You are handing it over to someone who is waiting. The page asks you to log in, your Social Security number, your date of birth, your details. And you think, this is required, so you type. And the moment you press submit, it's gone. Not stored safely, not verified, stolen. Now let me ask you something. Do you think the damage stops there? It doesn't. Because once your identity is exposed, it can be used in ways you never see coming. Accounts can be opened in your name. Loans can be taken. Your information can be sold. And the worst part, you may not even know it has happened until it's too late. Now let's go deeper, because this is important. Some of these emails don't even need you to type anything. Yes, just clicking the link can trigger hidden software that runs quietly in the background, collecting information, tracking behavior, and you don't see any of it. This is how advanced these scams have become. Now let me ask you something honestly. Have you ever clicked an email just because it looked real? If yes, you are not alone. And this is not about being careless. It's about being human. We trust what looks familiar. We react to what feels urgent. And scammers know this. That is why they don't attack your system first. They attack your emotions, fear, urgency, trust. Now listen carefully, because this is the most important part. What should you do instead? Rule number 1. Never click links from emails related to Social Security, no matter how real they look. Rule number 2. Always go directly to the official website. Type it yourself. Never follow the link. Rule number 3. Pause. If something feels urgent, that is your signal to slow down. Real government agencies do not rush you through email. Rule number 4. Check the sender carefully. Scammers often use addresses that look similar but are not real. One small difference can mean everything. Now imagine this. You receive that same email again, but this time you don't react. You pause, you think, you verify. And just like that, you stay safe. That is control. That is awareness. And that is power. Now I want you to do something. Write in the comments, I will verify before I click. Because that one habit can protect your identity for the rest of your life. Now remember this final message. No real government agency will ever pressure you through an email. No legitimate system will demand immediate action through a link. And no safe process requires blind trust. If it feels urgent, pause. If it feels official, verify. If it feels real, question it. Because your identity is not replaceable. And protecting it starts with one simple decision. Think before you click. Because in today's world, danger doesn't always knock on the door. Sometimes it arrives quietly inside your inbox. Here's a powerful extension that keeps your tone, rhythm, and emotional depth intact. Question it, because your identity is not replaceable, and protecting it starts with one simple decision. Think before you click, because in today's world, danger doesn't always knock on the door. Sometimes it arrives quietly inside your inbox. It doesn't look like a threat. It looks like help. It looks official. It feels important. And that is exactly why it works. Scammers don't need to break in anymore. They just need you to let them in. One click, that's all it takes. One moment of trust, 1 second of urgency, one decision made too quickly, and everything changes. But here's the truth most people don't realize. You don't need special skills to stay safe. You don't need advanced knowledge. You just need awareness, the ability to pause, the courage to question, and the habit of not reacting immediately. Because the moment you slow down, you take control. The moment you verify, you break their system. And the moment you refuse to rush, you protect everything that matters. So the next time you see an email like that, don't panic, don't react, don't click, pause. So the next time you see an email like that, don't panic, don't react, don't click, pause. Look closely and ask yourself one simple question. Is this really real? Because that question might be the difference between staying safe and losing something you can never fully get back. Remember, they are counting on your reaction, but you have the power to choose. React or think, rush or pause. Trust blindly or verify wisely. That choice is always yours, and that choice changes everything. Because in the end, this is not just about scams, it is about control. Control over your decisions, your information, your future. Every day you are faced with small choices. Click or don't click, trust or verify, react or pause. They may seem small, but they carry real consequences because the people behind these scams are patient. They don't rush their plan. They wait for you to rush yours. And the moment you do, they win. But the moment you slow down, they lose. That is the difference. Not technology, not tools. Awareness. Now think about this. If one simple pause can protect your identity, your money, your peace of mind, is it not worth it? Is it not worth those few seconds to stop and think? Because once something is taken, it is not always easy to get back. And sometimes it is not possible at all. So don't wait for something to happen to start being careful. Start now. Make it a habit. Make it automatic. Pause before you click. Verify before you trust. Because safety is not a reaction, it is a decision. A decision you make every single day. And from today, you make it differently. Calmer, stronger, smarter, because now you know. And knowing is your greatest protection. This is Edward, Cybersecurity Specialist. And I am here to help you stay one step ahead. Stay alert, stay calm, and always verify before you trust.